Hi everyone, welcome to Python Programming 2022, sponsored by Open Knowledge Share. In this session, let's discuss about how to pickle the data. Now, in case if you have some data, it can be just a string or integer or it can be anything. So it can be even some objects as well. So this one, in case if you want to save it, if it is a string, you can save it in text file, or even numbers, you can save it in text file. If it is a tabular data, you can save it in a CSVs or Excel. So, or if it is some other structured data, you can save it in JSON. Any kind of data, if you want to store it as it is, then a pickle would come handy. So for that, there is a Python library called Pickle. Let me give some data. I have saved it like this. Data list, data dict. Let's say this is the data, which can be anything. Like it can be, it need not be some structured format. It can be anything. So for that purpose, just to give, I have written a list which contains one list and one more dictionary. And this I would like to store it as it is. And even let me also give some numbers. So this I would like to store it as it is. So we can do it by pickle, and we have to give the file path where you would like to store your data. So let me give one and pickle, and here as we would like to write it to this file, so we can use w, but as this would store not as a string or some data, instead it would store it in a binary format. Because it would store the data as it is, in the variable with the same types and all. So it should be in the binary form. So it is wb is what the mode we need to use for saving it. And we have to use pickle.dump and then give the data which you would like to dump, and then into file handler, which is f.close. It would be saved into that file. So let's see. So program has run successfully. You can see output.pickle has been created. You can't open and see it anything in text. It would be difficult to see it, because you wouldn't you would see some encrypted characters there, because it doesn't store it as a text or something, but it would store its own encoded format, so which you can't directly visualize. So now anyway, you have already saved the data. Now let's say how to read the data which has been saved. So to read the pickle file, again I'd be using pickle library. Here I have already saved a file, so I'll be using the same file and I would be reading it. Then pickle path, and then this time if we are reading it, so R, but it's in a binary format, so RB is the mode which we have to use it. Pickle.load, and we give F. So this we have to store it in some data. Let me close the file. So this is how we can read the data. So let's also print it. So you can see, once I print the data, you can see it contains a list, and there are one more list within it, and there is a dictionary within it, and there are also few integers and a string. So that is exactly what we have saved here, right, into a pickle file. The same is being read from the file back to here. So this is how we can store our variables, data, or anything into a pickle file using Python. So this comes handy in case if you are running your code which takes pretty long time, or it goes to many iterations, and you would like to save your code after few iterations and then load it back and try to run it later from that point. So then you can pickle all your variable states into a pickle file, and then load the pickle and continue running from there.